Great deal of interest when we heard that Zac Efron was going to be starring in kind of a biopic about the Von Erich family in The Iron Claw. Now, for those of you who may not know, this is based on a true story. The Von Erichs were a true wrestling family. Some would argue the first family of wrestling. And they were iconic and tragic. And the reason the name is called The Iron Claw is because that was the Von Erich signature move. Mm-hmm. They literally would just grab your face and crush your skull. I mean, that was the gimmick. At any rate, called The Iron Claw. And really, it is, in a world of professional wrestling where there is a lot of tragic stories, it's one of the most almost Shakespearean tragedy. The whole story of the family is just heartbreaking, but powerful and moving at the same time. Well, and I love Zac Efron, so I've been very, very interested in this movie. The reviews are now out, and man, they look real good. As we go over and take a peek at Rotten Tomatoes here, Iron Claw right now is sitting at a 91%. Now, granted, that's only with 35 reviews in. More are going to be coming in today. But what we're hearing from those reviews are actually pretty top-notch. I'm just going to read from a couple. Not all of them are positive, but the messenger, Jordan Hoffman's right. You guys remember Jordan Hoffman writes, much like Raging Bull isn't a boxing movie, but a drama with boxing. The Iron Claw is a drama movie with pro wrestling. Screen Crush writes, a moving tribute to pro wrestling and its practitioners. Our friend Edward Douglas writes, Sean Durkin is a filmmaker clearly able to tell such an undeniably emotional story with the clearest of visions. And if you guys remember the name, the director, he directed that movie all the way back in 2011 that put Elizabeth Olsen on the map, called Martha, I got to look it up because Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene. Remember that? Hell of a movie. And it's the reason you know the name Elizabeth Olsen is because of that movie. She got a lot of awards that year from it. He's the same director for that. Going back over here, we've got Screen International who writes, writer-director Sean Durkin's third feature shares with his first two a fascination for the darker aspects of human nature, but there is newfound tenderness that makes this crushing drama all the more affecting. USA Today wrote, the cast is solid down the line from main stars to supporting players. Fred Topple writes, gives the classy biopic treatment to talent often dismissed as lowbrow entertainment. Awards Watch writes, Durkin may have a broad diagnosis for the fate of the Von Erichs, but he also has an appreciation for their commitment and a spiritual, almost Malikian inquisitiveness with regards to their very existence. And then last one I'll touch on here from Mama's Geek writes, The Iron Claw, while heartbreaking and devastating, also tells a story of unconditional sibling love. The acting, editing, cinematography, and writing are all top-notch. This one will break you. And you just know you're not going in to see a Hulk Hogan wrestling film. What was that one he did with Zeus?
Oh, No Holds Barred.
No Holds Barred. Yeah, this isn't No Holds Barred, right? This is a
cult classic.
Cult classic. This is a gritty, heartbreaking, but powerful drama. And it sounds like that's exactly what we're getting. Now, Ray, I know you and I were talking about this film the other day, and I was surprised because you mentioned you weren't really excited about it. And I thought, well, this is right up your alley. We said, I don't know, man. It just sounds like it's really sad.
It sounds like a bummer. I would rather watch a claw that's attached to a crab leg go down my throat. One thing I realized, I rewatched the trailer. One thing I realized is I still do hate wrestlers that wrestle with no shoes on. That has always been disgusting to me. No one do it, please. I hate.
Why is it disgusting to wrestle without shoes on?
I hate dirty feet. It's just one of those things I just hate. Like when I see like dirty feet, it just grosses me out for some reason.
So like if the hottest woman in the world walks in with a trench coat and dirty feet,
she better have like little plastic on her feet. But also, I got to give it up for Zac Efron. He looks like he sacrificed his neck to get this role because he has no
Rest
neck.
in peace, neck.
He has no
Rest in
neck.
peace, Rick.
He is so huge.
Pour
I didn't
one out
realize
for the
how
neck.
big he got in this film.
Massive.
I'm excited because I was a fan of the Von Erichs, especially Kerry Von Erich, the Texas Tornado. Yep. He was like my other Ultimate Warrior, and I didn't realize it back then, but he was way beyond the wrestling abilities of the Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior, wrestling-wise, like in the ring, Kerry Von Erich
Well,
was.
let's be real. Ultimate Warrior, who we all have a place in our heart for the Ultimate
Yeah,
Warrior.
yeah.
He was not exactly a Bret Hart in-ring tactician.
Yeah, yeah,
He
but-
was the gimmick was like really great. He wasn't the best wrestler in the world.
And wasn't Kerry Von Erich? Didn't he wrestle with like a prosthetic leg or something? Like one of the brothers did for a while.
I don't remember that.
But yeah, you know what? If I'm gonna watch this, then I'll take it all in. I saw in the trailer they showed a shot of someone that looks like Ric Flair.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see some, because I used to watch wrestling on all the channels, not just WWF at the time. I used to watch the ones down on ESPN where Kerry Von Erich and the Von Erichs were wrestling, and they were the show. I love the brother thing with them. They seem tight knit. So, something that we can all relate to if we have brothers and sisters. But yeah, I can't wait to see this.
And I'm dying to say, by the way, one last note here. A lot of the critics, the reviews are saying almost in unison, they're saying it's the best performance Zac Efron's ever given. And I really like Zac Efron as a actor, so I'm very, very excited about this. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable, and that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Say hello to a stressless holiday season with the help of HelloFresh. Skip the grocery store and save time with easy, tasty recipes delivered right to your door. Because 'tis the season for giving and gathering, and with HelloFresh, it can also be the season of saving. Actually, save money this month with fresh recipes delivered cheaper than takeout, and with pre-portioned ingredients, you'll never waste money on excess food again. Guys, I've often talked about that Ann and I are both working professionals, and it can be a struggle around dinner time to get healthy and delicious meals put together. But with HelloFresh, they make it easy, they make it fun, and they make it delicious. So guys, go to HelloFresh.com/CampeaFree and use the code CampeaFree for free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/CampeaFree with the code CampeaFree. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.